As your team ventures into this cave system after getting out of another cave system, you found out that, well, that there were some drow waiting in the wings. However, beforehand, you did manage to get into a separate site where you managed to cross just a small pool of lava. Nothing too major, nothing too destructive. You managed to jump over, a skip and a hop later, entering inside of to a fairy ring where a stool managed to communicate and say where some of the drow have gone or have been coming from. All the while, you managed to talk to some fish, almost die to some fish, and then killed a spider that was just minding their own business. Furthermore, as you ventured further down that area, you found 3 drows. You didn't really discern what they were doing. In fact, all you decided to do was attack them, which is fair enough. This is the Underdark. So with another quick hop and a jump, you all managed to take them down without too much issue. Both mentally and physically, as some of them had some more emotional trauma due to that fight. But that's another story, which will never be told because now they're dead. With that in mind, you took a short rest, I believe, in this area to recuperate some of the damage that you have been dealt. And this is where you start, and that's where we ended. Reverse those two.
Yeah, alright, first things first. Who needs gear? What do these guys have?
Short sword, standard sword, I believe I mentioned this last time. 2 sets of medium-sized armor. Leather. Let's see here. I believe you've already acquired the 2 potentially cursed daggers. You're not exactly sure if they're cursed or not. Mechanic-wise, you're probably sure. But story-wise, you're not. You can probably guess, though. You're not exactly sure what that is, but that's a concern in itself. I believe one of you also got the health potion on them. I think that was about it.
I got the arcane focus that the Arcanist.
All right, the crystal rat skull.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody doesn't want that longsword, I'll take it.
I'm good. You can have it. What's anybody else?
Nope.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Yeah, because I already have weapons, I think, so I'm good.
Although now that everybody's distributing weapons, can I do so I spent the short rest focusing. Okay, I guess question for you, Dogma. If I'm focusing on using this red skull for a focus, would that take away from me potentially doing a rest, or is it okay to do it with the rest?
It's okay to do it with the rest. Motorcycle in the distance. It's okay to do it with the rest. You're just lightly doing things. It's not as if you're trying to hit someone with the rat skull. You're just focusing in with it.
Okay. So as soon as we're done with the short rest, as they're distributing weapons, I do want to cast Identify on the objects, the 2 daggers. One I know is cursed, and the other, well, I don't know what it is, but we wanted to figure out it had some magical thing to it.
Mm-hmm. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Is anyone else doing anything, or are you just all waiting for that?
Where'd the kids go?
The kids ran away mid-fight, actually, super
I was
early
gonna
on.
say, I thought I remembered them being like right here, right as we were finishing the fight. I was just gonna get them from around the corner.
You saw
But they're
them run
gone.
around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, hard to say. Oh, sorry, I was just changing my audio device. Can you still hear me? Hello? Did I disconnect? Hello? 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 Okay, give me 1 second. I can't hear you.
Apologize.
It's okay.
Okay, now, there we go. Sorry, I was changing my
This
input
character's very
device,
feminine looking.
and apparently my output device was not appropriate with that same system. Can I be heard?
Yeah, but
Okay, good. You weren't saying anything, so I was scared again. Okay.
I should
Oh,
I
sorry.
should have stayed silent just so that you would have gone crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I go to the cat guy and I tap him on the shoulder and say, "Those 2 little kids are missing. They disappeared down that way.
Oh man, we
Are
better
we
go
worried
look for
about
them.
this or no?"
I think so.
Oh, okay.
well, I mean, they scout with you guys, don't they?
Well, I mean, we
I'm
still
still
got the
newer.
mushroom guy with us, right?
Yeah. And the fish person? Is he a fish person?
Kind of like a frog thing.
The awakened guy?
Yes.
Okay, kind of like a frog person. Okay.
Well, I definitely think we should move on as quickly as possible to look for the kids if we can on our way out.
Toad. Yeah,
It's like
technically a
this-
toad, man.
Well, I mean, it looks like there's only one path forward anyway.
So hopefully, I just heard about the. Yeah. All right. We ready to move on? Everybody rested up?
Yep. I'm just waiting to learn what these things are. So.
Sorry, I was just
Um,
making sure everyone else
Yep.
got a chance to
Yep,
do
yep.
whatever. Okay.
Well, I mean, and just FYI, my identify is under the cleric spell, so it's actually not considered a ritual. It's just a casting of 1 minute.
Okay, cool. Can you do that more than once?
I can, because it's considered a first level spell, so I can definitely do it twice.
No, I mean like it doesn't matter. I'm assuming you know what you're doing, so that's
Oh,
perfectly fine.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. It says that it's at it's always prepared.
Okay. Then it shouldn't be an issue. Examining the tools that stand in front of you, you see the you examine one. I think you have a one no, I'm just gonna say Huntsman allows you to see the other one. That's perfectly fine. Examining the
Well,
red blade.
I have the one that we put into a bunch of we rolled it up into a cloth, which no one's touched, and then there's the one that we know is cursed because of what Kobo went through.
Yes. Okay.
Well, which of the two is it that you're talking about right now?
Yes. Well, one of them is. You should have access to that one, Kobo. One of them is connected with you, but the other one, Huntsman's character has. But I'm just gonna say he
Oh,
lets
I
you
see.
see it. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I would just go with yours first, though. Examining your blade, you can tell that there's a very fiery red ember hue to it. While you can't exactly tell how magical it is, you then identify the thing. You then feel a sensation of a burning hand gestures towards you. You can feel an elemental trapped inside, but it's not exactly dead. It's not a soul bound to a blade, but more of an entity bonded together. You can tell that these two things latch onto one another, and if the wielder possesses the blade, they will continuously cast upon themselves heat metal. However, the stronger the heat metal continues on within your own possession, the stronger the blade becomes. An additional heat metal dice is included with the standard dagger component. However, if you continue on beyond a round, the heat metal will then intensify upon your person by 1 level higher of dice, which would then be included into the next attack you do.
Ooh, that's a
So
weapon that hurts you just as bad as it hurts the enemy.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But included the dagger damage as well. That being said, this thing is cursed. It's still early on, so I'm gonna throw you a bone here. I don't technically need to tell you what the curse is, but I'm gonna tell you in this case because it's still pretty early on. You can tell that the curse binds the spirit or the entity with the said wielder, and will not be removed unless you're able to truly remove it by some other means or entity. The only way to do that? Oh no. Sorry, I just got a message. Anyways. From what you can tell, the entity holds onto you and you're not really able to let go. So once you attack, make sure you have someone to heal you. If you're able to... the best way to probably remove the curse would be a remove curse spell, which would get rid of the curse and the damage thing, like the double-edged fire damage, would still be effective. You just wouldn't have to continuously hold it until someone rips it out of your hands. Or submerge the thing in some other identity. And that's the best description I'm going to give you, because that's already too much information.
Fair enough.
Okay. Now, the blue dagger, you can tell, is the one of necrotic damage. It brings out a chill of icy necrotic damage. It includes one additional d6 die in addition to the standard dagger damage. However, you are unable to remove said dagger from your possession. You are unable to hide said possession unless you are of an evil alignment. If you hold the blade within your hands without being in an evil alignment, it will have a chance to take over your mind and act upon its own will. You must make a DC intelligence save of 15 or else be... The best way I describe this is out for 4 rounds. Because you will have no control of your character's actions for 4 said rounds. However, if you are of an evil alignment, you are able to wield the blade without issue and without contempt from the blade itself, as it is known as a living weapon. The mind itself within the blade is able to communicate with you so long as you are of the same alignment. That being said, they're evil, so I'm not sure how much you really want to communicate with this thing.
You said this is the one that Aldridge, Huntsman's character, would have allowed me to see.
Yes, this
That's
is
the one.
Alrich's
Okay. Okay.
currently held blade. Not using
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say the evil one was the one I got rid of that antidote took, but the fire one's the one he's got that.
No,
I don't know if he should wield
Roswin
it.
has fire. Antidote took your blade, but then gave it to Alrich because he kind of didn't want it and doesn't use blades.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He also
Okey-doke.
advised
So-
against actually using the thing.
Yeah, so pretty much 2 useless weapons here. Sorry guys, I thought they were going to be a bit more helpful.
Good to check.
I mean, they're just highly destructive to the user.
Hence, useless.
Well, that fire one may be at later levels.
If we are alive by then. Yes.
real talk, if we had a barbarian, it'd be really good.
Well, eventually I'll be able to wield something without burning.
Hey, Mintius, if we had a barbarian, a dagger might be good.
Actually, is
Fine.
Mintius resistant to any particular damage at this point? Like naturally without going on rage?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But the
Okay.
whole point of
Okay. Akio / Mentius, from what you missed, fire dagger. will hurt you with fire, but will hurt extra fire from enemy. However, the longer you hold it, the more damage it does to you and enemy. So probably don't use it, is what the team is basically suggesting. Necrotic Dagger. It will do an additional d6 necrotic damage to opponent, but it will curse the heck out of you unless you're in an evil alignment, or else it'll take over your body for 4 rounds, unless you make an intelligence save of 15. You can't hide away from it. You can't remove it from yourself unless you dip the blades into some other entity or remove Curse, the spell.
Okay.
Quick synopsis.
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
At this point, Kobo makes mention that the kids are missing, and people are wondering if they should go look for said children.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd describe myself as evil so much as merciless. But yeah, let's go find the kids, why not? I'll be with the mushroom.
All right. So you head downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. I would suggest, though, that one of you did found some parchment. Mentius now has a club. But you kind of ripped it up because you broke the bench. So, you're going to
Pass
probably
the
use mending?
Yeah, I passed the parchment off to, I think,
I believe it was Toulouse?
Mal. No, I'm pretty sure it was Mal.
Okay.
I didn't have it in my notes as, from last session, but if you're passing it out, then I'll put it in now. But yeah.
No, what they meant was to mend it so we can read what it says.
Yeah.
No, I just handed it off to her. I
Oh.
did not care about it.
Yeah. Basically, they broke a super thick bench and then just handed someone the paper.
Should
Oh,
we
wait,
see what it
didn't we-
says?
Yeah, didn't we see that last time for some reason? I feel like we did read the thing, didn't we?
No, you didn't read it because it was ripped up to shreds.
Ooh.
Mintius was thorough.
well,
So we can use whatchamacallit on it, right?
Mending,
I
yeah.
don't-
But I'm not sure
I
if
don't
any of
have
you
mending.
have that.
No.
Yeah. So we can just hold on to it later if we want.
I can help.
Mm.
Go ahead. I pass it over.
Okay.
Mending.
How far do I get?
I mean, depends on how long you want to do this. I'll say for the first initial round, there's basically like 10, I was going to say fissures, but really they're more like rips. And I believe
Oh,
a minute
I
a
can
rip.
imagine it like a puzzle. A 10-piece puzzle isn't going to be hard to put together.
It'll be an additional 10 minutes, which is fine. It all depends on how much time you want. Well, you've already taken a short rest, so 10 minutes more to find the said children probably won't be dangerous. Well, at least any more dangerous. I'm
Okay,
just
if you guys
asking,
want
do
me
you
to
take
wait,
the 10
I'll
minutes?
wait. Yeah, I was gonna. I'll wait if you guys want me to wait, or I can just get this knocked out real quick. Party consensus is silence. Hello.
I mean, if it can wait until later, I think we should make a move on, or
Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
if
like
you're
the
already
next
on.
short resting point, definitely, because maybe it's something that can be used to help us get out of here. But we should make a
Excellent
move.
point. Excellent point. Okay, so guess we go.
All right. The first
Yeah.
initial part gives you, since you did cast it once, I'll give you the some part of the message, the whistling wind. Yes, I know it's spelled incorrectly. Don't deal with it.
That's okay.
Yeah, Dogma, it's spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
Okay.
Why am I saying what way?
You head downstairs.
Ye-
Okay. Is anyone leading the charge? Or are you
I'm
just
trying
going
to stay
down?
in the back, so you guys go ahead.
I'll stick with the mushroom.
I'll take point if anything gets shot. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the company.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out behind to make sure that I don't hear any my character's a little paranoid of people following us, so I'll just keep an eye out behind everyone.
All right. Just gonna drag you guys until you do something. Actually, at this point, I'm just gonna say it this way. If there was something here, if there was something, sorry, someone just sent me a message. If there was something
Jeez,
here,
look at all these
if there was something that was hidden, well, 2 children running in after a fight was probably not the best thing to do. But that was like an hour ago. So,
It's not like 11 minutes ago.
a short rest is an hour. If I was being
Curses.
really mean, a short rest is usually 4 hours. So, entering into this corridor, you do see that there's a bunch of webs here. And you do see 2 bodies trapped in the webs, currently cocooned. I believe there's an actual terminology for it, but I'm just going to say cocooned. Because you don't see any face, any movement, any body, but you do see a giant spider finishing off the cocoon.
Oh yeah, nobody could have predicted this. Alright. Alright, fighters, come on.
Let's go.
Can anybody speak to animals or something, or are we just gonna smash it?
Is it just one giant spider? Just
It's one current giant spider that you can see. Around you, surrounding you, Set surrounding you are cobwebs, giant spider webs, not currently entrapping you, just all over the place. If you decide to adventure forward, you can tell that this would be considered tough terrain.
I mean, the
Oh, we
only
have to
person
go
here that
forward.
the only person that has any kind of chat with animals is up front with you guys. Maybe Mintus might wanna chat.
Do we want to chat? What do we want to do here?
Quick note, Mintius might not be here. Their internet might have kicked out,
Oh, okay.
or they muted. Either way.
Mintius, can you hear us? Unmute.
Nope, kick them out.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Do we
this isn't
do
the
we-
first time.
do we wait a moment?
I mean, if you really want him to talk with animals,
I mean, yeah,
Let's
is it
we
even
are-
an animal?
Insight
More of a
and
hideous
reasoning
monstrosity.
if it's
I was gonna say we are in the Underdark. Giant spiders are considered monstrosities. It does have the little kids.
I mean, technically, we don't know it's the little kids, right? It's just 2 big cocoons. Isn't that what you said?
yes, technically, but they are about kid size.
I like how you made that clarification. Well, in
Let's
that
go
case,
feed 'em.
we gotta save the boys, don't we? So, F it. I can throw a firebolt.
Okay. So we roll for initiative.
If that's what you're doing.
well, yeah, I guess so. We can't really talk to them, so yeah.
I mean, to be
I mean,
honest,
if-
I think the kids got into it on themselves, but I'm all for squashing a member that these, you know, the drow murdered me earlier, so I'm down for squashing an effigy or something they worship.
Let's do it.
Stool, why did you roll? Get out of here. You're just gonna go to the back. Did I not click on my guy? Oh, it's because I had the ruler up. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Shall I roll again or just put in 10?
What do you mean?
I forgot to select my token.
Oh, I can just manually input you.
Sure.
Now you can just put in 10. All right. Let's see. Descending order. Oops, forgot to roll for them. They didn't roll that well, but better than some of you. Okay. This one seems appropriate if I remember it correctly. Good enough. Roswin, it is your turn.
Sweet. I did say I was throwing a firebolt, so throw firebolt away. With nice.
Yes.
Nice. Are you gonna double the damage or double the dice?
Oh right. Double the damage, so 12.
All right. Burning the ember flame upon your hand, you do see that you shoot out the firebolts directly at the creature. It hits it, and it's now very pissed. Looking around, it does see and take note of you as the webs around it begins to wobble and flow. It doesn't move the two cocoon bodies, but you can tell that it is quite sticky, even without actually observing the area. While the webbing itself is not flammable, you can tell that fire does some damage, just nothing immediate.
Okay. And she's just gonna be like, let go of our kids. And then that's her turn.
All right, Toulouse.
Okay, sorry. Let's see. Guess I will get closer. So I'm going in the back. Because are we in the room? In the spider web room already?
You're like 20 feet before the room. If you want to get closer or wanted to have start closer, that's fine. But currently no.
Yeah, we're right at the entrance.
You know, we're all like piled up in a hallway,
Scooby-Doo
right?
style.
Yes.
Jeez. I don't know if I think it's because I got my kitty cat stuff.
Yeah, did Tabaxi have extra movement? Must.
Taking a really quick thinking agility.
You can move up to 60 feet with feline agility, I think it's called. The trait you've got.
Yeah, my reflexes and agility. Yeah, feline agility. So yeah, I can move up to 60. Cool. Okay, where am I? Where did you? I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to move up and throw a dagger at it, I guess. Yeah. I think that was it.
All right.
And then, yeah.
So it's rough terrain inside the room.
Is it rough terrain inside the room?
Yes.
So
So you can
starting
move
from
30
this
feet in.
point?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll move. So is it? So I think right there would have been 30 feet then. So until
Well,
I
you
get
can move
past.
normally until you enter the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get past all you guys, and then the start of the room is what, right here?
Yes.
Okay. Go back to. Sorry, go back to this thing. Cool. So that is.
I think like 2
And then
squares.
So I can move 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
That worked out. Whatever, I'll just move up a little bit. Actually, yeah. Okay, and then yeah, I'll throw Because my dagger will reach from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 feet? Yeah, definitely. And I get 2 dagger throws, or no, just 1?
Do you have more than one dagger?
I think I have 2. No, I have a warp. I think I collected a warp dagger. And
Just make sure you don't throw them all.
I know, right? That I forgot about that. And did I pick up a bow or no? You guys are supposed to know this for me. Getting super. So sorry, hold on.
I don't remember you picking up a bow.
I don't either. I need to look for one though. Definitely, that would be useful.
I thought we
useful
did
shit.
pick up a bow and 20 arrows, but I don't know who got it.
I know, me neither. And I wasn't thinking about bows at all. I got a dagger and a warp dagger and another warped dagger. I think I got 2 warp daggers and 1 regular one. So yeah, I'll throw one of my daggers at it and. Oh.
Curiosity, would the kids be considered allies technically at this point?
No.
God damn it.
If anything, they're considered prisoners or food.
Does 14 hit it?
And 14 just barely hits.
Yes. Sorry, I took so long just throwing one dagger at
Oh, good.
8. Okay, and I'm gonna just make sure that I can't do any other weird things, which I think I'm good. I'm done. Thank you.
All right.
Actually, you could
Mhm.
take a bonus action to dash and move another 3 squares if you wanted to.
Oh,
Because, no, wait, can Tabaxi do that? Sorry. No, you're a rogue. Rogues can do that.
I am a rogue. Yep. And yeah, so if I can move another 3 squares.
Either that, or I think you can also take the dodge, so that if it tries to attack you for whatever reason, you do it at disadvantage.
For whatever reason, you
Oh.
mean setting it on fire and stabbing it?
So dodge, I just kind of hold action almost on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so because you're a rogue, yeah, exactly. So you're essentially holding a dodge for a bonus. Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, then I'll do that. I'll just hold on to it for in case I need it.
All right. Mintius, are you back online?
For the moment,
Yay.
tell my internet cuts out again.
Yeah. If you're having any more trouble, feel free to hop out. Would love to have you here, but if it becomes too much of an issue, don't even worry.
In other words, get the fuck lost.
No.
Oh,
We're in
No.
battle. We only need you for like 3 minutes out of every 30 minutes.
Wow.
As. Oh.
Aw.
Wait. Who was the one that was tied up for an entire session?
Oh my god.
I was dead for half, I will have you know.
oh, dang.
I was dead at the time, sir.
You were tied up and dead.
Hey, I only
Added
said
that
tied up.
salt.
She added that extra. Anyway, I'm going to move up next to Toulouse, and that should be my entire movement. And I'm going to hold my action. And that's... I can't even... No. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the spider to get close enough.
All right. Then let me know before it gets back to your turn, or otherwise you're basically going to eat up your turn. Spider's turn.
Yay.
Toulouse, Mintius, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okey-dokey.
Is it something I can see?
It is
Yeah.
something that you're about to see.
Damn.
So I would get advantage. Right?
Yes.
Yes, danger sense. I always screw that up with reckless. Yay!
Okay. Well, Mintius is fine. Toulouse is not. If anyone's afraid of spiders, just watch out for this. As soon as you enter inside Mintius and Toulouse, you do see that something begins to descend underneath you. No, on top of you rather, because that'd be weird. Unless it's a trap. Semantics. Spider descends from the ground on top and then just whacks Toulouse in the face.
That's super cute.
I know. Am I supposed to be scared because I failed my dex?
Currently, you're more or less restrained by the attacking spider. You're not being attacked. You're basically being slowly webbed up.
Oh, jeez.
You failed your dex save, so a spider landed on your face.
I'm
you
like,
don't-
cute little kid, what are you doing? Get off my nose.
Exactly. It's like trying to give her a hug, like trying to give them a hug. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you don't do anything against it,
It's like wiggling on my face.
on your
Is
next turn,
the dodge gonna help her out at all?
Oh, that's a good point. I'll give her advantage on Dex. Toulouse, roll again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm supposed to be good at these things, so let's see. This a bit better.
It's a bit better, but the DC to beat is 15,
Oh god
Womp
damn.
womp.
so it still lands on you. Just
Oh,
barely.
man.
If you
I've
don't
had
do,
that happen to me when I was driving before,
oh,
and it was kind of cute. And I had to pull over and find a bush to put it in because I was like, you can't be in here. And then it disappeared in my car for like 3 months and then popped up again. I don't know how it lived in there for that long.
okay. If you don't do anything against it by your next turn, or at the end of your next turn, you will be considered restrained. But that's
That's
next
a
turn's
great
problem.
little token gift, by the way.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna pause it. There we go.
No.
This giant spider, however, is not hindered by the terrain. So, it's now in front of Mintius, giving him his turn, or are you waiting?
I am taking it.
All right.
Now, am I only able to do my action?
No, you held basically your turn.
Okay, so then I'm gonna just go to my rage. Let me put this in real quick so I don't forget what turn I'm on. And we gonna attack with my sword.
That does hit.
And there it is.
You managed to strike down a good amount of strength behind your blow. Oh, you used your longsword instead of your club. Interesting. You managed to take out 2 of the hind legs in front of it, and you can tell that it is in pain. It's not bloodied, it's not dead, but it is quite hurt. If you had to guess, maybe 1/4 of its health is left. But looking at Toulouse, you can tell that there's more than one spider here.
28 points is a fourth. Holy sh. Okay.
I could be lying, unless someone has I think it's a feat that you can tell how healthy it is.
No, I definitely don't have it.
No, I've never
I'm
heard
just
of
saying
that
out of-
feat. That's new.
No,
I
I
Yeah.
think it's a
Yeah.
spider thing. It's like
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I forget what exactly it's called, but like you get 4 things and you have to choose between those. But doesn't matter. That's like 10th level or something like that. Anyways, Mintius, anything else?
No.
Okay, spider continues its turn. As you bash it in straight of its face, it then goes towards you, Mintius, giving it more angry, but it's still hurt. Let's see, it have a +5 thanks to its bonus. Does 11 hit?
No.
Okay. It tries to shoot a giant web straight at you, but you easily move over to the side. It hits the ground and more of the tough terrain begins to consume around you. But that doesn't matter anymore at this point because it's already tough terrain. But side note, did you know that there's something worse than tough terrain? But that's another story.
Yeah, 5 web spells on the same spot.
Yeah. Because Gothos said to get behind everyone, Stool goes to the back. Shishar doesn't fight, so he goes to the back. Aldith gets closer to Gothos, which he doesn't like. She has a spear. She'll try to swing spear +3 because she's strong but not proficient in it. She rolls a 19. She hits. D7. She's not trained in it, so I will not add her strength. It does look bloody now. You can tell that it is extremely hurt. Antidote comes over, does nothing. He just comes over. No, he'll get like here. Eldritch is technically considered an NPC right now, so he'll come over here. I don't want to expend anything he has, so he'll just come over and say hi. Kobo.
Right. That's not a clear shot, is it?
Mm,
I was out in
it's
front,
big.
but no.
It's big.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna hold my ground and fire.
All right. I mean, unless you get a natural 1, I'm pretty sure you won't hit anyone. 14 does hit.
All right. 7 points.
Nice. Where Fireball to the back of its head, you can tell that a good amount of its body is not only pincered in, but also highly charged thanks to you and another friend of yours. Or companion. Don't know what you think of Roswin at this moment in time, but that's another story altogether.
It's been nice to me.
Fair enough. It's not dead, but you can clearly tell that it's close to its last breath. Anything else?
That's what I'm gonna do for right now.
All right. Gothos.
What do you think? Should I go right into? No, I'll go past it. Can't do that, can I? I have to go diagonal. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it. Nobody needs health right now. I'm just gonna charge.
Technically.
I'll just go right into this area where he definitely sprayed a bunch of webs earlier. No big deal.
It's fine. It's already tough terrain.
Yeah.
However, as you get over there, 3 more spiders descend upon the team. All NPCs failed, including Ulrich. So they now have spiders on them.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? The last time that I tried to clear spiders off of people, it did not go well. So I'm just gonna hit the big thing.
Fair.
That didn't go well either, and that's all I got.
You
I
aim
can
for the
take
giant
a bonus
spider.
action, disengage for literally no reason. Why not?
Might as well get further away from it. Roswin.
I'm gonna move up a bit, just be a bit closer. I'll tell the guys that are behind me to also kind of just stay not too far away. Let's stay there. And then I'm going to shoot another firebolt at the spider.
All right. 20 obviously hits, and 9 hits as well. Side note, unfortunately, Akios' internet went down again, so I'm pretty sure that's it for them tonight. It sucks. It's a good thing this
Can you
thing's
do the
recorded.
phone thing with? Can you do the? And then just have somebody else roll his dice. if you wanted to
Potentially,
keep
but I
playing.
think he's also frustrated, so I just think he's cooling down.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh. You didn't have to if you don't want.
You win
No, it
total
feels like
robot
being
mode.
left out. Sorry.
I'll let him cool down, and then I'll send him a message, wondering what he thinks. But we'll see. That aside, Rosalind, you fire a bolt. Yeah, technically true. You fire a firebolt directly at this creature. You hit it in the back of its head where Kobo already originally hit it. You pierce through, and then it continues on and pierces through the other side. It hits the ground, almost smashing into Mintius and Gothos as it hits the ground unconscious. Dead, probably.
I totally do the finger gun thing because that's something that's canon now. Yeah. So she blows the tip of her finger like, "Yep, that's me."
Okay. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think so. You managed to take it down without an issue. You're not technically fighting anymore. The spiders on everyone, as long as no one screws up, everyone can pretty much just help out Antidote Toulouse.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Elrich
I'm gonna go help him out.
and Eldith if they want to help her.
I'll start over with Toulouse and get them out.
smacking spiders with a spear, but not a
Can I
big
try to
sword.
try to get it off my face.
Actually, could I? I'm curious. Would this even work? Like, I don't know if this is the first time I try this. Could I just try and just be like, "Hey, little buddy, you can just gonna be all right. We're not gonna hurt you. You just get off my friend here."
While you guys are doing that, Minty's just going to help the children. Okay.
Does it work though?
You can tell that they're moving when you speak to them. They just look at you. They're kind of young, so they can understand your words. They just don't know the meaning to them. So as long as you continue to talk with them, they probably will just get confused and not do anything.
I will try and do the best I can to kind of be like, "Come over to my hand, man. It's fine. It's all good." And then just try and course them off their bodies that way.
Okay.
I'll try to move to make it easier, if that's helpful.
Rosalind, go ahead and use animal handling with advantage, thanks to your animal speaking and to Luce's help.
Yeah.
Just Gothos in the background holding a spear above his head, ready to whack.
Don't you dare hurt these little spiders. I don't even know if that's like even successful though. 14's pretty good.
Sorry, I'm just typing something.
Okay.
Okay, 14. You can tell that the spiders are confused enough that you're able to pull them out. 10 wouldn't have worked, but 14 does. After a short while, you are able to get Toulouse's spider off of them. Gothos, are you helping out Antidote, Ulrich, or Eldith?
The one that closest to me. So that's Antidote,
that'd be
our
Antidote.
healer. Oh yeah, it has to be solidarity amongst the medical community.
That is fair.
What do I need to roll? Or is he just going to help them roll something?
I was just bringing back Mintius with the kids. Okay, go ahead and roll animal handling. Rosalind's pretty good at confusing them, so go ahead and roll advantage.
Alright, animal handling.
Ow. How do you... Alright, cool.
Listen here, you little chitinous bastards. You get off my friend or I'll squash you.
They're already confused and looking at Rosalind, so while you're speaking to them, you just basically grab onto them, put them to the side, and then they just scurry back to the wall. I'm just going to have Stool help Eldith. No. Yeah, he would. He would. Kobo, are you going to try to help Ulrich, or am I just going to have to roll for him?
Help Ulrich.
All right, animal handling advantage, thanks to Rosalind.
Right. Animal handling? Or are you rolling?
I'm rolling for Stool, sorry.
Okay. Advantage.
All right, nice. Honestly, if you guys didn't have the advantage, I think none of you would have gotten it.
Hey, this is just to protect the little guys, alright? Otherwise, they would have been dead. See, I'm nice sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure saving these horrible, horrible spiders is going to pay great dividends in the future because we're going to come
never
back here
know.
lots over the years.
You never
Actually,
one
that's
day.
not a horrible idea. Taking Roswin's cue, may I talk to the spider I was helping get off him and, just kind of take it into my hand and start talking to him? Maybe I can make it a pet.
Do you have animal handling? Because otherwise you're just talking to a spider and see how long it'll last.
I'm just talking to a spider.
I mean, it'd be kind of hard without actually being able to speak with them. Go ahead and roll animal handling. I don't know. Maybe they can read your intent.
Hey,
No
just normal?
advantage. Just normal.
No advantage. Okay.
You're just basically communicating with it, going click, clack, 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 clack. You're not sure if that's working though. The spider isn't moving, so when you put it on your shoulder, it just stays there. How long it'll stay there, you're not sure, but it might stay there for at least 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll just keep talking to it then. Maybe I'll get better.
Mm.
I'll
It could also
watch its
just disappear.
movements. Oh, okay.
It could,
I was gonna say I
yeah.
can watch. I can watch its movements and see if it's responding positively or negatively, maybe, or
Potentially. I mean, it's a spider, so at one point or another, if you blink long enough, it could also just disappear on you,
all right.
as spiders often do.
We're gonna get bit in the face, sir.
Oh, I hope not. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll be our
no.
friend and help us out later.
And maybe I won't heal your stupid face. Wait, which way are we going?
You are so kind and thoughtful.
Are the kids all right? Do they look like they're hurt or anything?
Mintius managed to get the kids out of there safely enough. They do look rather malnourished. I mean, they did beforehand, but now they look as if they were drained of a lot of energy. They're not looking great. Yeah, they're not looking great.
Oh, yeah, oh, great! We can eat the spider.
I mean, you
It's
could.
got a lot of protein.
Other kids, right? Do we see the other ones, or were there just the two?
It was just the two.
Okay.
I mean, Mintius is also classified as child, but they're a child that can take care of themselves. So do you guys eat the spider, I guess?
But the idea is to feed it to the kids. The kids are the ones that need the extra
Do you
strength.
just break off the meat and feed it to them, or do you actually prepare it?
I mean,
No, well,
And also,
I-
how do you repair it?
If you're planning on preparing spider, I would seriously suggest preparing it and removing the venom sac so you don't poison the kid as you're feeding them. Like maybe take off the head. Something.
you never ate spider before? No, it's like a big crab. You just do the legs mostly.
Well, yeah, but that's generally the ones that have had their venom removed.
You got venom in the legs? I don't know.
No, that's why I said remove the head. The head, the fangs. The rest should be okay.
So
It's
what do
just
we
like
need
the scorpion,
to?
you don't need the tail.
It'd be
Alright, how do
survival
we
if you're trying to do it.
underdark? Alright, yeah, let's try an underdark butcher this real quick. I go for the legs.
You managed to break off 2 legs that will be considered rations. You can hold on to them yourselves. You might need them later on, or you can feed them to the kids that need them currently. It all depends on how much you care for children.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should feed the kids.
Fine. I'll throw the kids a big giant spider leg. This one's for me though.
You throw the kid a big giant spider leg. It hits him in the face and they begin to cry. No, just kidding.
Wow.
Working on that evil alignment.
So you can use those weapons.
Mm.
By the way, kids, do you have like a certain weapon on you? Maybe we need to give you something else for now, but maybe you can give that for us for right now. That's another dagger than one of these.
Topsy brings out their dagger / spoon.
Fork. He had the fork.
Oh, right, fork.
Yeah, I take it and say, we'll get you something better soon. And I just give it to one of you guys. I don't know who wants it, but it's another weapon that we can use, so I give it to somebody who wants it.
All right, does someone want a dagger fork?
No,
No.
I got an actual sword and a half a spear. I'm good.
I'll
And
go ahead and take it back. I'm the one that originally gave him the shiv.
Yep,
I
yep,
thought he'd protect himself with it, but apparently he didn't do a good job of that.
yep. So here you go. So take it back.
All right.
So you said there were other spiders. I mean, when you said other spiders, were just the tiny ones, or was it like did we see big motions of potentially bigger spiders about?
Are you looking up in the sky?
Yeah.
As you begin to look up at the sky slash ceiling of the cave system, you do see an array of spider webs and a contingency of spiders. There's not so massive that they're numerous and countless, but there's at least 3 giant spiders that similar in size that you just defeated. 10 about the size that got on everyone's face, and 5 swarms of smaller spiders that you could probably defeat easily enough. But in that number of amount, that is a good swarm of potential enemies that you, as long as you don't disturb it, you should be fine. But as long as you don't disturb it is the key words. Sentence.
Good keywords. If how long have we been here feeding the kids spider leg meat?
Probably 10 minutes.
I would have probably, I mean, recommended about that paper thing if we're gonna take time
Yeah, you could.
here.
All right. Do we want to do it like right here? Do we want to back up to the hallway where the spiders won't drop down on us? Or do we want to get forward to this other hallway here and then do it?
Oh,
What do we?
I don't think we want to make any movement in here. Like, I mean, if we're already still and no other spiders are doing anything, maybe you can just do it right here.
All right, not a problem. Go ahead and whip out the paper and use mending and try and puzzle piece it together.
All right. You use mending without too much issue. In fact, you begin to stitcher suture together back the pieces of paper. One by one, they are able to be mended while you're basically taking care of the kids, or at least feeding them something, because they haven't had anything to eat for a while. Neither have you guys, and in fact, that might become a problem later on. I mean, you had your chances of getting rations, most of you. Kobo, you just had the chance of the spider currently. But that's another problem that you might have to deal with. With the 10 minutes rise, and Kobo, you are able to read the rest of the message. First part does read, the whistling wind, and then the rest of the sentence is as follows. The whistling wind howls, the cries in the rain stop. Entering in the cave system, one is more than thought. When thought, one way, one pattern, one sway. Entering the eye, one may. It seems like a strange poem. If you want to roll insight, you can. Do you tell the group about it, by the way?
Yeah, I will go ahead and read it out to them.
Okay, then anyone that wants to interpret what it means can roll insight. Soap, if you're back, you can roll insight too.
Can we talk to and help each other, or is it just straight roll?
It's a straight roll. I mean, there's so many of you rolling. It's basically giving you guys advantage, but more.
17 is my number tonight.
Okay. So, Roswin and Gothos. Interpreting what this poem means, you can tell that there's something about wind, something about an eye, and then something about a cave system. Putting these systems of words together, you can discern that it means that there's something inside of a cave system that represents or is represented by an eye and an environmental hazard. What that hazard could be could represent wind itself, but it could also mean something akin to like the sensation of someone watching you and you get these strange like hairs rising from the back of your neck. A sensation is what you're determining, an entity is what you believe is here, and a cave system is what you will likely encounter if you enter inside. If you had to guess, this is a type of warning without saying words directly. So, from what you can discern, there is an entity here that is quite dangerous. Watch out for any strange sensations you may feel when you enter into the caves. But you're already into the cave, so if that has yet to happen, that will likely happen sometime. Or it might never not, depending on where you go. But from what you can tell, that is a warning, and it's a warning specified to make sure that if someone gets this, it's not so immediate or direct.
I mean, could they just be referring to the spiders, the fact that we watched? I don't know.
Maybe,
Got
but
eyes in it.
the only thing is you didn't feel that sensation. Like, out of game, I didn't describe anything about that.
I'm thinking we.
That was you're really rough. Can you say that again? I couldn't hear really well.
Same.
Say, I think it means we first have to encounter some sort of eye-like structure, a specifically formed cave or something.
Or a
But did it say
sensation
to avoid the eyes or to follow it?
to watch out.
It just said if we go in, then there's a wind sensation and it's dangerous. So whether we avoid it or not is up to us, but we haven't quite encountered that first part yet.
Side note: if you're a Warforged character, great voice.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Because you're sounding a little electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounded a bit robotic. Anywho,
Ooh, man, dude, it's really bad.
it's like memories of me. My internet used to be so rough. Now it's only mildly rough.
Mine's super better. But besides that, yeah. Strength sensation is what you'll feel as you enter inside of a separate cave system because you haven't entered into it yet because you haven't gotten that feeling. But it's an eye structure that you need to watch out for. It's a warning that is discreet, so it likely had a person in mind. You're likely not that person, but you have the warning now.
Yeah. And we've been asking our little mushroom guy which way to go. Which way to go, okay?
They will enter inside and try to commune with the area, which probably won't help, but maybe it will. There's no mushrooms here. Let's see here. They can't commune with spiders, unfortunately. So they go, well, we can't go south. That's all the sensation of I feel. There's nothing to the south, or maybe it's a closed entrance. I just don't feel anything continuing on in that direction.
Alright, do I have any feelings or sensations being familiar with the Underdark, or is this still all new to me?
You're very deep in Drow territory.
Alright,
But if you want to roll nature, you can.
okay. Bit of a lag, come on.
Probably not south.
No. Yeah.
That being said,
All right.
Based on the information you have, you could check out what's in the south direction, but there'll probably be nothing.
Okay. In times like these, I don't know about you guys, but I like to, yield to the wisdom of my god, and therefore I think we should flip a coin.
But there's only
Okay.
2 ways to go, or are there 3?
Well, south is no good. We came from east, so it's either west or north. So 1 is west, 2 is north. All right.
All right.
Westward.
The group travels south. Nope, sorry. The group travels west. Does anyone take any spider jerky to go?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I believe, yeah, I think Gothos rolled well enough that they had some left over. The kids didn't eat much, so each of you have one ration.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
welcome to the Underdark, people. This is probably the last good meal you're gonna have. It's not. Kind of covers his mouth. Not mushrooms for a while.
As you enter into this west direction, it's technically still west. This is just horizontal. Vertical? Vertical.
Yeah.
You enter into a strange cave system where it seems to be almost paved over. No, this is paved over. You enter inside what appears to be an unhinged doorway, but there's no doors in the area. As you enter inside, you see a massive, what it seems to be temple-like area. Large stone pillars are around it, with a strange symbol in the middle of the entire structure, being adorned and surrounded by small yellow glowing lights of ember flame. They don't touch the ground, but instead float in front of it, float on top of it, 3 feet into the sky. The roof itself is roughly 20 feet high, and you can tell that there's multiple shadows that are near pitch darkness. You can't really see what's inside, but you know that there's something there. You don't feel something, but you know that there's at least an end to those shadows. Behind this symbol seems to be an adorned coffin structure that seems to be open and pried open. Open and pried open. Behind it seems to be a large structured statue of a strange warrior with 2 horns adjacent to one another. It seems rather deserted.
Okay, confusing. I don't know why Tamora wanted us to see this, but should take a little look.
Do you?
Fine, I'll look.
Okay. As people begin to head inside, the spider that was with Kobo just decides to bounce.
Okay.
I'm
After
not
my
gonna die with
roll,
you
I didn't.
guys.
Yeah. After my roll, I didn't expect him to stick around, but I thought it might be neat if he did.
I mean, he said it like after 10 minutes, it'll probably leave. I rolled something. I think I got a 1, so it just decided to leave.
Okay.
I guess question if I want to check out the area first, but if I want to understand whether I've anything that I'm seeing is anything that I could have recalled as a researcher or sage, would that be history or arcana?
I feel like it's history unless it's something specific having to do with Arcana. Like, how are
Okay.
you trying to discern this information is what I'm asking.
Well,
What does your
I-
researcher say? Because that might help.
so researcher, as long as I try and recall a piece of lore. So I know this is Drow culture, so I'm trying to see if I could discern anything from her studies from Drow society with relation to what she's seeing right now. I
Yeah,
guess-
that could work depending on what you roll.
Yep.
So I'll leave it
I'll
up to you.
do-
History or Arcana.
Yeah, they're both the same for me, so I'm just gonna do history.
Okay.
Makes more
Gothos, I'm
sense.
assuming you're doing the same thing.
I was gonna divine sense this room, but sure, I'll roll a history.
Okay.
Or can I roll religion to see if this is a sort of a religious room?
Yeah.
The rituals and whatnot? Oh, I didn't do well.
Okay. Toulouse, are you doing anything?
Would be investigating, seeing if I see any like secret doors or traps or anything weird.
Okay. Roll for me investigation then.
Investigation.
And what about you, Kobo?
That's it.
Is there anything in here that might be scrounge worthy as a useful tool or item you later?
There's like some broken sticks here and there. Some stones and rocks that have been broken off from the roof, as well as some of the structures.
I like
um,
scrounge-worthy as like a designation for an item. You know, like useless, scrounge-worthy, useful.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of like a junkyard words type thing. Well, there's a bunch of sticks on the ground. Of any of them a good halfling-sized quarterstaff?
I mean, you can break one and make it good sized halfling quarterstaff.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need my spear, bud, you can have it.
That too, you
Can
could
I use
also
a
work
spear?
that.
I'm short.
Short two.
I believe it'd have disadvantage, but you could technically use it.
I modified it earlier. You might notice here where I broke it.
He broke about like 3
Ah,
feet off of it, so it would technically work. Technically.
okay.
I don't think it
Besides
has
that,
range anymore, but
yeah, it does not. Besides that, okay. Roswin, you can tell that the information that you've gathered based on the structure of the surroundings, it is not Drow origin. Based off of this, Gothos, you can tell that this is in Drow origin. That's all you get with the 6. Toulouse and Roswin, you both begin to investigate the area and then observe the sites and surroundings. You can tell that this site is not from the Underdark, but rather some other place. Whatever happened here, something caused a temporal shift or some type of planar shift, as this place itself might have belonged to an entirely separate domain or definitely a different area. Maybe an avalanche caused a system collapse, causing this to go underground. Or maybe this was buried centuries ago. But this is not Drow culture. The statues itself do not depict anything mythical or something of grandeur, but something of ancient culture similar to, well, like in modern terms, if someone found something from an Egyptian culture, something akin to that. Ancient Egyptian culture. There's still
Right.
Egyptian culture now. Besides that,
But nothing, but not necessarily a culture that I that Rosin would be familiar with at the moment.
what type of cultures are you familiar with? But currently, this is not Drow culture, not even close.
Okay, no, I just figured any D&D based culture, but it sounds like it's completely more foreign than that itself. That's why I figured. I just
Oh,
wanted-
how about this? Is it to our scale or to regular tall people's scale?
It is to regular tall people scale. However, Roswin, that's a little more broader, so I can give you a little bit more. From what you can tell, this information is from what appears to be an infernal flame that is usually depicting some greater deity being or something known as an elder thing, an elder one, a strange entity that came before the dawn of the gods. From
boy.
your historical knowledge and from Toulouse helping you out, you can discern that whatever this temple is for, or whatever it was for, whomever it was for, rather, it is not a good or nice thing. From what you remember in your historical research, these abominations, as you would call them, basically ruled the land before the gods themselves did. And they were almost completely wiped out after a certain event as the gods tried to reclaim the land for themselves.
Not good, guys. It's not a really great place here.
Okay. I mean, I used my god that brought us here to this anti-god place, which seems weird. Let me do one thing quick. I'm just gonna go up here all alone.
Well, I was rolling to see if there was any traps or anything. Did I come up with anything on that?
I was
Right,
just waiting
yeah.
until Gothos did something. Gothos.
Well, I literally that's what my role was for before anybody did anything, so I could be like,
I know. I just wanted to basically make Gothos or someone else the fall guy and have Toulouse save you. But Gothos rolled first. Gothos, as you go over, Toulouse manages to stop you before you get any further away. You do see a small, thin, razor thin, if not thinner, wire adjacent to end of wall. It hovers there in the air, even if you're short, even if you're tall, it would be near imperceptible to see.
Oh, good eye.
Do you do something about it,
Um.
or do you just jump over it? You can tell it'll do something. You just don't know what it'll currently do. You'd always test it out.
Can am I able to go and disable it?
You can go to one of the ends of the wall and try to disable it. But if you try to disable it in the middle of the
Yeah, no, I was
razor
gonna
wire?
definitely go to one of
Yeah.
the edges. I don't know which. Where's my?
left or right, it's entirely up to you.
I always go left. And then do I have to roll something to disengage it?
Thieves' tools. All
If
right.
you wanted, I can use help and give her advantage on the roll.
Are you proficient in
she
thieves'
already
tools?
rolled. Okay. Yes, I am. Thieves' tools and disguise.
I mean, if you want to.
Okay. In that case, I'm still assuming that you can do it better than I can. So if you want to roll a second time for advantage, I'm helping.
Sure. I mean, mine's a -6. What is yours?
I'm just a second. These tools decks. I'm a 3.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll keep going. I just, for some reason, always roll really bad when I'm trying to do it. I don't know
So do
why.
I. So do I.
It's the silliest thing ever. I'm the worst rogue ever.
You know, the
I try
more
though.
you
I keep
saying
trying.
that, the more you're manifesting this bad energy. You gotta be like, it's gonna be a crit, and then it's gonna be a crit.
Yeah, and that's why I keep trying with the hopes. I'm like, one day. I think it's happened like once, but you know, I'm kicking the dirt as I'm trying again, and I rolled lower, even with advantage.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Hey, how many people did you save from burning to death in lava? I mean, more than a few.
Yeah.
Definitely you.
If you want to help me, I can try rolling. I don't know.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not.
No.
That's no longer an option. Toulouse,
Okay.
Twang.
you
Yep.
twang basically the rope, string, wire.
Ow.
However, luckily enough for you, Gothos and Kobo decide to try to help and basically leave the area of where the trap would follow. Because this person, whoever was the planner for this, thought they would go across and continue on along the rug area. So, as the wire twangs, you see the ground underneath it begins to shift and turn, and some blades begin to pop out of nowhere, and then begin to spin in the area you were at. If Gothos hadn't have gone over there, that probably would have hurt.
Ooh.
But it continues to spin.
Thank
it-
you.
Does it? I mean, I just want to quickly look around. Does anything kind of wake up based off of that thing getting triggered?
No, but you can probably tell that this person really wanted someone to go through the rug area.
Their whole trap just depended on us being due diligence and walking on the path.
Yeah, basically.
What kind of moon-faced simpleton would possibly just do that?
The same moon-faced simpleton that would leave us what? Hold on.
Well,
I don't know if you're gearing up for a
The
joke,
same
but I'm the only
simpleton-
one who can heal.
The same simpleton that would give us 130 feet of wire.
that's true.
I am going to come to the other side here, avoiding the blades. And on this side where it's hooked up, I would like to just disconnect the wire so we could coil it up and we'll have 130 feet of razor wire.
I mean, Toulouse twanged it. She didn't unhook it. If you want to do both ends, you can do it now. I mean,
Okay.
the trap's been set. There's no, like, reading anything around that. But if you want to take
So
the
is it
wire...
not like two separate
I was gonna
pieces
say,
of 70-foot wire?
Yeah, I go ahead and
Is
tell
it-
Toulouse so she can unhook one side and I'll unhook the other.
Mm.
We could probably cut it in half if you wanted, but how
I was
strong
just
is this
thinking-
razor wire?
that because the razor wire went across where the swirling blades are?
No. The blades themselves are just underneath the wire itself. Like if you want to
Hey,
bend the wire into the blade, you could probably cut it that way, but then it basically whip into Toulouse or Kobo. If you do
Yeah,
that,
so
Maybe
why
he
don't
was
we
just
just
saying he
keep
thought
it?
it had cut.
Why don't we just keep it one long piece of
Yeah.
130-foot wire for now? And you unhook one side, I unhook the other. We lift it up so it stays above the wire, and then we'll move it to the side and then coil it.
Sounds good.
both of
I
you
look over,
thieves' tools.
I use my mage. Oh, yeah. Okay. These.
Rosalind,
Can
you
I
were
use
saying?
my mage? No,
Not with
thieves'
thieves' tools. Rosalind, you were saying?
I was going to do it because I didn't think I needed to roll for it, but yeah.
No, I was gonna wait until this was done with their things. I wanted to ask if that was the only trap that. Because I want to go into this room to check it out, but I do not want to step into any traps.
With the 16,
Only
that's all the
wanna
traps
say-
that Toulouse saw. However,
Yeah,
you are
okay.
able to remove the set frame of wire without it getting cut.
And you see, I rolled well because it didn't matter anymore.
Oh,
But
it
I
does matter.
definitely,
If you didn't roll well, it would have snapped into the blades and
yeah,
snapped
I
one of
probably
us.
would have slashed all of us in the face and blinded us.
Why would you say that?
Because I
Rosalind,
have dark thoughts.
you
I
can
definitely
tell.
want to check any room, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosalind, however, you can tell that she checked specifically this area section. If you go into another room, that wouldn't be part of the 16 investigation roll.
Those do you want to check the each one of these things so that we're careful as we kind of go through? Maybe there's some stuff in here that we can kind of pocket.
Sure can. Investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Investigation. I only rolled a 9 there. I don't know what that gets us.
There's a few sticks, some stones, and a coffin inside. The coffin itself seems to be pristine and untouched. This
And would that also help with the investigation of a trap of any sort?
it would, but it's still a 9. You don't really
Okay.
see any apparent traps visible.
May I define sins?
Sure. I was just waiting on what area, or it's a radius, right?
Yep, 60 feet. So it gets that whole room and about half of this one.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
And, yeah, so my roll wasn't that good, but, yeah, so I'll just be like, careful. I didn't really see anything, but just be careful when you're in there. And then I'll go check the other side whenever you guys are done over there.
Gotha, you detect something in the northwest section. It's further along into a separate section, though.
Alright, this one's good. The next one has evil in it.
I kind of look at you like evil.
Mhm.
Oh crap! And then I'm just gonna tiptoe my way in here just to check it out a bit better. I want to probably just get up to this close. I'm not gonna get any further than that, but I just want to see if there's any kind of engravings, any kind of lettering on the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus itself seems to be pristine and unchiseled and uncut. So whoever or whatever is supposed to be cemented in here was meant to be plain, undistinctive, and unremarkable. Around it doesn't seem to be anything so worth of note, really. Depicting along the wall seems to be a strange pattern, but other than that, there's really nothing here.
Do you need me and Mintius to lift that, or are you good?
I don't know if I really want to touch what's in there, but can I mean, even from that close, can I tell if it looks sealed or shut, or is it like somewhat unhinged from its like seal?
It looks like a giant rock is on top of a different rock, but with a crevice inside. So it's just heavy. This thing is so
Yeah, I think,
unremarkable, they didn't even add hinges to the thing.
I mean, if you're offering, I think I might need your help.
Okay, well, it's just going to be dead people and grave goods in there, unless there's any, like, mechanical traps, which I couldn't possibly imagine there were.
Like any to me.
Okay. So do you help her remove the stone?
I like how everybody is on the other side of the room. While they're doing this.
Yeah.
Why would you
Just
guys say that?
subconsciously
Stop
split the
it.
party. Oh boy.
Well, I'm just
It's
trying
gonna
to
be
check all the
fine. We're
rooms.
gonna be
And,
we're gonna be fine. You got this. You got your holy symbol. We're gonna we're good. We're good.
All right, both of you roll athletics. One of you, you can decide who rolls with advantage.
That would be you.
Yeah, maybe if you want to step back a little bit.
Well, I'm supposed to be helping you, right? So I need to be like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. I'll help you
Yeah,
with
that's true.
with Magen.
That can only
I
carry
got
10
16.
feet, 10 pounds.
Yep.
So air quotes helping. You struggle, and it's hard to do. It is almost near impossible until one small hand comes to your side and just pats you on the back and begins to move it with you. It's not really helping, but the encouragement does help you. So you are able to slide the lid off of the thing.
That's good management.
I peek over. What do I see?
A skeleton, unremarkable. It has bleach. It has bleached over, however, bones. So whatever. Yeah, I think Roswin might know. Oh no, Gothos and Roswin might know. In order to bones to bleach, it would have to be susceptible, or at one point or another, have been in the sun for that long of an amount of time. So for the bones to be this bleached over, is unnatural. Other than that, though, there's nothing else adorning the area inside of the sarcophagus itself, other than the bones. Seems to be small potpourri.
But okay, so just quick check on the bleaching piece of it. Are we saying like that's maybe like is she interpreting this as though it's bleaching in the sense of part of the burial process, or like something happened to this person that ended up in this kind of condition?
You can go ahead and roll nature.
Okay.
Well, if the bones were exposed to the sun, that means they were totally stripped away, right?
Maybe. However,
Fish.
with the 16 of nature, Roswin, you can tell, ironically enough, this is not natural. This had to have, or would have to have occurred almost instantaneous in order for this to have happened inside of sarcophagus itself. Whatever or whoever had managed to do this had to have hit this person with what would be the equivalent of of a light bomb, if that makes sense. Basically, think divine energy in a split second
He
to the
got- he
point
got
it got
smited.
wiped out. Yes, smited. I just didn't want to say the word. Yes, got
Leave the
smited
chance
to
you're
death.
looking for
Radiant
is
fireball.
smoked.
Might it though? And based on the features of this this person, is it a normal human skeleton or a creature type skeleton?
It's a humanoid, but it's not human. From what we can tell, it
Like,
seems
do
to
I
be.
see fangs?
No, you see a depiction of elongated heads, hands, and legs, and hands. This isn't going to be anything relatively new. From what you can tell, this might have been from one of the races that came before everyone else. The primordial races, the ones that descended and became the I forget the actual ones that they're
Yeah.
called.
So in this case, it's like the if you're sticking to the theme of the whole Egyptian type of back setting, then it's from that particular era type of
Someone smoked Slender
human.
Man.
Yes.
Precursor.
the-
The precursor races.
The precursor races, the one that you specifically found is the Yangti precursor race.
Oh, okay.
Young
Okay.
T. Pure.
Yep, that's yep. I know that.
Yeah.
Can I roll a religion to see if this is, I don't know, What can I see about this religious ritual?
Roll legend. I wouldn't consider it a ritual, but okay. 19.
Well, burial is a ritual.
That's technically true. In some cases, sometimes not. From what you can discern
Sometimes
and
they
tell,
Tatian it.
this person is unremarkable, undesirable. I don't know. Maybe they were hot when they were alive. Who's to say? Maybe not your thing. But from what you can tell, for a reason or another, they were brought here, buried, in a non-ceremonial stance. They were not anyone of importance, but they were still struck. This structure was still made for them. Maybe for a reason or purpose down the line, or maybe for some type of ritual structure pattern. Maybe it's similar to what you felt in the other room, but this one has yet to take. Or maybe this is just in case. The best way you can describe this religiously is this is a buried person for a reason, and that reason has yet to occur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Any-
sense some evil in the upper room. I'm just gonna go ahead real quick and separate the head up. Let's just desecrate this real quick. There we go.
There's no
Just in
flesh or skin, so you easily do that. So
I
no
was going to
apparent
suggest
muscle
that if
tissue.
you didn't do it.
There
In the
we go. We'll
meantime,
just put the cover back on, put a skull on top of that. They're different. Okay.
what's Toulouse and Kobo doing?
Kobo's just sort of exploring the area. Anything interesting at all that he could find?
You find another room adjacent to you. It's similar in make and model to Gothos and Roswin's room, just with more stones, less sticks.
I go ahead and
Could be
let them
full
know that there's
zombies,
another
yeah.
one in here.
Alrighty, just finishing up over here while I'm looking at Gothos freaking desecrate a goddamn body.
I was going to suggest that if he didn't do it, because that's a good idea.
And so I just roll investigate. I just want to check any room before anybody goes in it. Sorry
Yeah.
if I roll terribly, but just investigation. That one was okay.
Investigating the area, you can tell that there's something strange, weird sensation and feeling in that room. You can't see anything apparent, but you get something on the back of your neck stand up as you see inside of it. It's as if something is watching you, but not really watching you. Like some trap lying in wait, just buried and ready to come out.
It's just trapped. I was going to say that eye thing was supposed to be keeping an eye out for.
No, that was
Okay.
that was similar to how I described the eye, but it was distinctive in
Different.
you didn't feel someone looking at you, just something lying in wait.
I gotcha. Okay, so there's definitely a trap in this room. Am I
Just-
able to try and thieves' tools?
It's not visible. From what you can tell, it is distinctively not viewable, which means it's likely in only one place.
If you're gonna, are you gonna roll something, right?
If you want to try to use thieves' tools to unlatch it without incident, you can. You can try to. Basically, you can easily tell that it's inside of the sarcophagus. But if you try to do that and fail, it'll likely spring the trap, and anyone inside the room or anyone trying to mess with it would likely get hit.
Okay, can I use my mage hand to do this?
The stone is far too heavy for that. Even with a secondary mage hand, you need someone to basically strong arm it off.
Okay. Do you
What
guys
about
want
three
to
mage
spend time
hands?
doing this, or do you
Enough?
want to move on?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably trapped for. You don't trap nothing. You
All
trap
right,
some-
I'll go ahead and try then.
Yeah, I'll lift it up with you.
I will.
Are you guys strong? I'm strong.
I'll give Toulouse
Would-
some guidance as she goes over.
Would 3 mage hands be enough to force it off or no?
No.
No, that's no. It's 10 pounds per hand.
Okay. How strong
Do
is this
I-
razor wire?
The razor wire is pretty strong, but I wouldn't consider it rope strength.
Okay.
Okay. tell you
Am I
what, you
rolling-
guys. I mean, you guys with your extra hands, maybe you help with the trap thing. And I
How about
lift-
I'm the
I
only
lift,
one
you
in
guys
danger?
trap.
I'm here doing it, and am I the only? Can it work out like that where I'm the only one in the room?
If no one
You
else
need
is
help
inside the
moving
room.
the sarcophagus. You need help moving the stone off, don't you? Or are you too strong to do that?
I'm not very
If,
strong.
if he moves, if he can move the stone off, I can give you help, and then you can have advantage to try and disarm it.
All right. This sounds
Teamwork.
like a good teamwork here. Can we go ahead and would I roll thieves' tools with advantage?
Yeah.
And with D4 for guidance.
And I'll have to.
So yeah, you can.
Now,
Oh, you don't need it.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Finally,
Be positive. Manifest.
Okay.
good things come to good thoughts.
you really wanted us all to get burned.
Now, it's just. I'm just going to explain it now. As you begin to move the statuary, or at least the top of the tombstone, Kobo and Gothos, you begin to slide it slowly enough that Toulouse manages to sever some strange type of structure underneath quick enough that the thing just simply falls down to the ground. Whatever it was, it immediately hit the ground. However, let's pretend that didn't happen for a second, and I'll explain what would have happened. Kobo and Gothos, as soon
And
as you
that
begin
one.
to no, it's you just needed a 14 to succeed, so you over succeeded this time. Kobo and Gothos, as you begin to move the stone away, Toulouse, in an alternate universe, manages to slip in their knife. However, it simply falls down to the ground as the stone completely moves off. As soon as that happens, a skeleton pops out and begins to flail around. It hits Toulouse immediately, then Kobo, then Gothos, and then immediately just breaks down and falls to the ground and motionless. But that's a different universe. As soon as you peer inside, there seems to be a small skeletal structure about the size of maybe a goblin, but it's not a goblin structured patterned. It almost looks like a dwarf, more or less. Other than that, its side of it does seem to have a strange pattern along the sarcophagus structure, but other than that, nothing remarkable. In the room, there are two pillars to its left and right side. However, they don't seem to have anything pertaining or strange about them. The walls in this room don't have that weird pattern as in the other room. But inside of the sarcophagus seems to have that pattern.
Can I take a closer look at that pattern? If I could recognize it?
Yeah, roll Arcana. From what you can tell, this is a kind of similar to a switch, like a on and off switch. If one area is disturbed, the other one probably turns on, and if the other area is disturbed, the other one turns on, or maybe it turns off. Who's to say? I'll just give it to you, because you kind of already solved it. When you went into the other area, that probably turned on this trap. So now that you're in this room, there might be a trap active in the other room now, which is probably why Toulouse didn't find the other trap in that room.
Well done, you guys. It's good here.
However, all of you roll insight.
I mean, there was still evil in that room that was above us.
Yeah, that one's still active, or from last time you checked, was still active.
Natural one, all is well.
Finger up the nose.
Put my normal back on. Sorry.
Jeez. Oh shit.
Gothos, you just pick your nose and wonder if you should go into the evil room. Everyone else, you can tell that
Everyone else.
everyone rolled at least a 20 or above. As you begin to examine the area, you can tell that there's something about this that doesn't seem right. And then you almost immediately figure it out as you think back on the fan of blades in that patterned room. If you had to guess, the person that put this structured trap in here likely anticipated two groups or a group splitting the party and going into separate rooms simultaneously.
Who would be dumb
Oh.
enough to split the party? And not us.
Yeah. We wouldn't do that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't go into the room.
Patience is a virtue.
Alright, are we gonna go to the next part?
Are you gonna desecrate this one too? Because I mean, I don't want to be in the
I
room
mean,
if you're
Toulouse
gonna be
technically
doing
already
this.
did.
Oops.
All right, I'm out of here.
The small structure that Toulouse basically broke was the neck of the skeleton that broke apart.
So you were saying, Gothas, which room was really evil? Up was it this one up here? Because I can't really see it. How high is this thing actually? The
The one across
Stairs.
the way.
The stairs
Yeah, but I mean,
themselves are kind of 15 feet tall. So it is an
oh, shit,
incline.
okay. We technically, I mean, we were able to see the coffin. I'm assuming because of just the distance, but we can't really see technically the symbol yet until we go up here, I guess.
Yes, you can see the coffin, but like at a weird angle.
So I'm just gonna stop right here and be like, Toulouse, you wanna check for traps up here? Cause looks kind of creepy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Kobo, is there anything you're doing in that room, or did you just forget to move your token?
Oh, sorry. I was having some lag issues on Roll20. I've got my Discord through my phone right now because I was going electronic.
That works.
I'll just move you then.
All right, thank you.
It's
Since they're all
investigation.
investigating, I have an idea. I'm gonna take one end of that razor wire I have, and very carefully tie one end into a slip knot loop.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's up here, guys.
You're mesmerized by the bunch of little fires around the symbol.
There are almost yeah,
It's a mouse somewhere, you guys. Hold on, I'll be back.
there are floating fires on top of the symbol themselves. They're not on the ground. They're just 3 feet on top of said symbol and said ground.
Can I do some sort of Arcana check to see if I've recognized this kind of magic before?
Yeah, go ahead. This is not magical. From what you can tell, this is more akin to living organisms with a fiery blaze upon them. This or these are willow wisps.
Ooh.
They're usually more or less not threatening unless you do something. So you can probably go around them and you should be fine as long as you don't disturb them.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be
They are
curious.
more
She's probably not
threatening. In the forest though. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up to there just to kind of see them a little bit better and be like, ooh. But then, I do want to, while the others are looking around, I do want to take as much of a close look as I can to the symbol down here and see if there's any way for me to, historically recall any sort of similar symbolism
There we go.
in her lore research.
okay.
I should do
It's pretty good.
just got lucky.
From what you can tell and from what you can depict, this is a strange symbol of an ancient abomination. It is something similar to when the gods first arrived here, but predating that. You can tell that this is known as a leviathan or or a ancient leviathan, the thing or the creature that predated the leviathans themselves. Oh no, wait, kraken. Krakens themselves. Sorry. Wrong. Wrong part.
beast.
Wrong, gigantic, mythic sea
Yep.
creature.
Yeah.
Yep.
From historical context, you can tell that this thing was the one and the very only original Kraken. However, the others came from a small fragment shard or tentacle that broke off of it and created the rest of them. This thing predates many things, and from what you can tell, many of the Krakens themselves believe that this thing will rise once more, and that is a very big concern. One moment, I just have a doorbell ring.
Sure.
So none of you is sorcerers? No. Or, I mean, the warlocks found
No,
with
not
sort of
warlocks.
eldritch horror.
No. I don't know where I got my powers from. They just sort of happened.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of god you worship, but I kind of just study my stuff to know my.
Well, I worship one of these newer gods, so this whole place is sort of, well, an abomination.
But yeah, the original Kraken, all Krakens came from this thing, a small piece of it. So this thing is very dangerous. However, this temple doesn't seem to be active or recently active. So it's probably not an issue.
But am I getting the impression that the temple was made around the worship of this particular original Kraken?
Yes, however, because you got a natural 20, you can also determine that the will-o-wisps are new. The structure of the blade is new. The skeleton thing was new. So someone was here. Maybe they made this a hideout or something akin to that, but something new came here, set up some traps, and then maybe left, or are currently not here.
So I relay this to the whole group, so everyone's aware of what it is that, what this place is apparently. And then I also relay the thing that it's some of the things that are newer, but I also kind of point out and I say like, I don't know if any of you guys are pretty good with tracking folks, but maybe we want to check to see if we can track anything that might have been in here recently.
I has a question for you. This big symbol here is supposed to be the ultimate Kraken guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if we destroy and erase his symbol? Will that help stop him from showing up?
Well, I mean, it's a symbol. I don't know if it necessarily means that it's gonna show up. I mean, can I tell actually if you said that the wisps are new, but the symbol itself looks pretty much like part of the original structure type?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the whole place looks like it just was meant to worship the thing, but I don't think it's gonna. At least I don't get the impression it's gonna activate anything or it's gonna bring him alive again. But it looks like somebody must have been here because they set up traps and they set up these, few little wisp things going around. But that's why I figured maybe if someone was good with tracks, we could kind of see if we could follow anything that might have been here, or I don't know. I'm not really good at that.
No one has proficiency in survival.
Do we not have an idea who's proficient in survival?
I'll check the other players, but I am not sure.
I don't, but
In the meantime, there's definitely something undead in that left room there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just stay behind anybody that like to go brave that particular room. Go by all means. I will support you from back here.
You can definitely try and roll for other rooms again.
I think
okay.
why don't we, if you're going to do that, maybe start with this one on the right that is possibly not as evil looking, and we can try and focus our energies on the evil one together.
Okay. So I want to
Hang on. Let me check this one also.
Oh right, because your thing didn't stretch that far. Right. Right.
Just
Also,
check
Kobo,
this
what are
one.
you doing with the wire you were messing with?
I am preparing it for future encounters.
Okay.
Just creating a lasso, no big deal.
I can mage hand it around something if we need to pull or push something from range, or since it is razor wire, I can throw it around somebody's neck in a fight and pull hard.
I said wire, not razor. No, wait, I did tell you say razor
You
thin
did
wire.
say razor wire. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not? Is it a
Just-
different type of wire? I can change it because right now I just have 130 feet of razor wire.
No, it's fine. I just thought it would be wire, but I did describe it as razor thin wire. So, totally true.
Like piano wire, and that's
I was going to
been
say
a
it's like
mafia.
that. It's like that
Yeah.
non-lethal piano wire.
Yeah, it's the piano wire's been a mafia favorite for years now. So I figured, hey,
No, it's
we
fine.
can use it for that. I can, whip it around something with a mage hand, and we can pull it distance.
Well, yeah,
be helpful in all sorts of ways.
give Roswin over there 10 minutes and a couple of pieces of wood. You'll have a nice garage.
Okay. Gothos, you sense nothing in this room, but I think it's 60,
Towards the big altar.
still 60 feet.
What about the will-o-wisps? Are they the undead kind or the fey kind?
They're the undead kind. They're giant.
shit.
Yeah, undead. They're just giant globule spheres surrounding the area.
Can't quite reach up to the altar. Dang it!
Oh, you're so close. Wait,
Wait,
damn it.
I can move a little bit. I can still get the whole room.
It is 6 seconds. Can you just move 5 feet?
I mean, you can do that, but you'll miss that small segment of room if you're fine with
Oh,
that.
come on, man.
I can't get them both.
No, unfortunately.
Let's leave something to uncertainty. What happens?
You detect something of ancient evil in that coffin
Oh,
that is
God.
open. However, it is a small diluted fragment, so something was there, now awake or roaming around. No longer there though, but you still sense a presence from that area.
Yeah, that was bad when it was there.
However, entering inside this room, there is no real evilness, darkness, vampire count, undead, skeleton in a tizzy. No celestial, no fiend. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks all clear to me, and then he'll like snort and hawk a loopy.
Okay. Investigation.
And check for traps.
As you begin to check for traps, you can tell that there's a small fragment piece of what appears to be kind of like a hook in the ground. It is nearly imperceptible. However, if you do see it, you can easily tell if someone tried to directly walk towards the sarcophagus, you would hit it. Something will likely pop. You rolled well enough. The DC for this was 12. So I'm just going to tell you, because you might have seen this before. Walking up straight to the sarcophagus, you can tell that immediately once you hit it or trip on it, either way, there would be a spring-like system underneath the ground flinging you forwards. There's likely some type of trap that unhinges the door, and then you'd fall immediately inside. As soon as that happens, the more than likely door / top of the sarcophagus would close again, and then this log would likely pin it down, keeping you from being unable to move out of it. Toulouse, go ahead and roll insight.
Insight.
If you had to guess, this room is specified for someone that decided to go soloing or moving away from their team to go in and basically get trapped in there, and their team would have no idea what would happen to them.
For the rogue
Good
to
thing
get
we don't
trapped.
go running off.
Strength-based.
It was a trap especially for the rogue.
Or someone that goes running off away from the team.
Mhm.
Hear that,
Can I?
kids? You could have gotten trapped.
Okay, do you want to?
So,
Oh yeah, sorry. Toulouse.
for disengage or whatever, for I forgot what I was going to say. For making it not active anymore, what do we have to do?
You just have to go
I
around
wanna-
it. It's honestly not that difficult of a trap.
All right. Okay, so I literally just have to point it out to everyone, right?
Yes.
Well,
But you
guys,
said it was
don't
like a
step
little
there.
hook in the. You said it was like a little hook in the ground, right?
Yeah, it was a hook that. What did I write? A hook in the ground that if you spring it, it'll spring a trap forward and launch it into it. Looks like that's what it looks like to me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Can we grab a little broken bit of wood or rock and jam it underneath so the hook can't move?
Or you can just move away
Well,
from
I mean,
it. But yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
we can definitely throw something in there and spring the trap if we want to, like a mouse
Doot,
trap.
doot, doot. Well, this is where the trap is. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hey, Mintius, look, do you want a great club? Is this big enough for a great club?
It looks like it fits the picture, which is an awesome picture, by the way. I don't know where you got it from, but it's just awesome.
I mean,
I
you
mean, I
can
know
get a
he's
great
in
club.
here, but you can hack him out a great club. Give him something nice when he comes back.
Yeah.
All right, I'll write that down. Good to know.
Nice.
So now it has a great club. So that stick's basically gone. I'm just not gonna remove it because technically it's part of the map itself. Does anyone try to move the lid?
Who knows what's under there? Might be a tunnel, might be spikes.
Might be a dead body.
Can Gothos just like move here and then kind of like with his spear tip trigger it so it just flings, and it should fling the coffin open, right?
Yes. You grab your spear and fling it open. Immediately you can tell that there's about 3 individuals in there, no longer of this
Ugh.
world. So it definitely got a few people. The thing is deeper than you expect, but you see at least 3 individuals there.
Okay.
That likely sprung the trap. 2 more people could probably fit in there, or 4 of your group.
And then it should
Well-
snap shut, right? And then there's
Yes.
no log to fall on it. So, okay, that's worth
Well-
lifting up. All right.
Well, actually, I mean, 3 people did get caught in that trap before, and if they were just adventurers, they might have some good equipment.
They could have just also
Yeah.
been other people. You didn't actually get a chance to observe or steal from them.
Yeah, but I'll lift it up. I mean, athletics.
Okay, athletics. You easily move the structure themselves. Thinking back on Roswin's pat on the back, mage hand, it gives you the strength to move the lid once more. Inside
three
are
dead
the...
guys. What do they get?
Yes. Do you take them out, or do you just observe and collect while they're inside?
It's up to you guys. You want me to pull them all out, or
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, use
Yes.
mage hand and start pulling out stuff to just spread it on the floor and see what goods we can
okay,
find.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
There's
use
no
mage
trap.
hands.
I was just asking.
Just three greedy mage hands pulling bones up, bones and
Hey,
scraps.
we don't have
everything.
any. We don't have anything. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean,
We're sitting here being like, Roswin, can you manufacture bone armor?
yeah.
Looking at the people that are or were inside, you can tell that they had a few items with them. However, nothing apparent that probably could have saved them. They don't have any metal armor, which likely would have kept the incident from happening. However, you can tell that there's some small protruding spikes at the very end of the sarcophagus. So there's probably also some damage that would have occurred if you were the first one hit. The second one probably would have been fine, and the third one wouldn't have an issue. There's just no air in the thing. That being
Nice
said,
cushion
though,
of bone.
each of them do have 3 sets of medium leather armor. One of them has what appears to be a small short bow. Or a short bow. It doesn't have to be small, but they're a halfling. Take that as you will.
It's a small short bow, or as we call it, bow.
One of them has what appears to be a strange hat. It's not as similar to any hats you've seen, even though Antidote has a beanie. That doesn't count, because I lost the first original image. It's I'll just give the actual word, real word connotation for it, context for it. Sorry, that's my bad. The hat's kind of like a trucker hat. I just can't really give a description
You
in
mean like
D&D terms.
like a baseball hat or a
A baseball hat, but with an open back end.
okay.
The wide brim on it. Like
Yes.
it's more trucker. The trucker hats are like a little different
they
than just
got
a
the
normal
net.
standard baseball cap. They
Mhm.
have more,
Yeah.
they're a little bit wider.
yeah,
A
okay.
beaked cap featuring enclosed
weird.
front and open mesh back.
Yes.
Thank you,
Um,
dictionary.
It does seem strange and quite literally out of this environment. So whoever these people were definitely didn't come from here. They also have 3 separate but similar in style cloaks. They don't seem to be magical, but they do seem to be tempered for the weather. So if it rains, snows, hails, thunderstorms, or whatever strange environmental situation you find yourself in the Underdark, it could help you out.
Yeah, all that Underdark rain, I'm definitely taking them.
I'll take one. I
I'll
don't
take
mind.
one too if nobody wants one.
I'm sorry. And wait, what was it?
No, wait, who wants to trade me a cloak for
They're basically weathered cloaks. So if you
Oh,
get caught in
I
the
already have a
rain or
cloak.
snow,
Is anybody taking the bow? I'm interested in the bow.
Yeah, I left that there because I knew you were. I
Yep,
didn't know if you were
take
gonna
it.
just
Cool.
grab it or.
Thank you.
okay. There are
But I
10
would
arrows.
Bow with
I-
10 arrows.
Would the armor fit the smaller folk by chance?
The halfling would fit everyone else. The other 2 are medium-sized, so probably not them.
I would like to
anybody
take one if everybody's okay, if everybody's got enough armor on them already, because I'm proficient with medium armor and I'd really like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good on armor. I got a cloak thing a while back, so
Mhm. There is
I
I think it
also
was medium leather armor, as in it was for medium-sized people, not medium. Or
Right, but
anyone.
he said that there
there's-
was one that was like a
there's one
halfling size.
halfling.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that I'll take.
Yeah.
There is
yeah,
also
yeah,
a
have
whistle,
appropriate.
a silver whistle.
Ooh, silver was.
Is that fancy?
Whistles usually aren't made of silver.
Okay.
There is no depictions of grandeur on it. It's just a very expensive whistle. Very expensive looking whistle.
Or is
I don't
I
know.
was gonna say without
Mhm.
expending, can I just use a basic arcana to see if I can kind of, if from my training I could say, oh, this might have some magical thing to it or not? Like, could I just use it with
if you take your time, you could roll Arcana, or you can cast a spell, whichever one you want
Yeah,
to do.
I wanna take my
Can you-
time because I don't want to expend all of my spells in one shot.
Okay,
already.
roll
So
Arcana.
give me-
Say, can you ritual cast?
No, because I don't have a book.
Oh,
Ritual cast requires a book.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
You take like 10 minutes to identify the thing or trying to determine what it can do. It is magical. It is similar to maybe in a summoning or enchantment magic, or probably both. Like some type of enchantment was placed on it to summon something in that regard. You just don't really know what it'll summon.
Oh crap. Okay, fine. I'm gonna have to. I'm like spending a slab for a goddamn identify.
I mean, that is still something good. It's just
No,
not
I figured.
distinctive.
No,
Yeah.
no. But the fact that you tempted me that way is the thing that I'm like, God damn it. But yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I was hoping to take the whistle, but if it's magical, I'm sure somebody else wants it.
Well, I mean, before you take it, let me make sure there's nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cursed on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Okay.
blow it and end up somewhere else. That
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
So I'm gonna do that. And I'm
Okay.
gonna put on the armor.
You put it on armor, it's just fine. It might be cursed. Who knows? You didn't identify it. But
Thanks.
I mean, you need the armor anyways. However, identifying the whistle with your magic, you can discern that it is strange. It is an enchantment that was placed on it to summon something. That thing, however, is a yes, okay. It is a DC level one half creature of your choice. However, that creature is only able to be commanded by one sentence structure. Afterwards, it will disappear upon completion. However, if you try to in some way contract it to you, it will immediately go against it and destroy said wielder or unsummoned, or until it is unsummoned.
Ooh.
You said a one sentence structure?
Yeah, so you
In
can
other words,
basically
simple
tell it,
sentences only.
hey, can you go and defeat this guy and his group instead of like run, skip, attack.
Oh, okay. So
leave.
full on sentence. So a little bit more structured, and that's I get you now. Okay.
Yes.
Go grab
that's-
that apple and bring it back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
if you said
is-
fetch, she might get pissed, but yeah, go grab that apple and bring it back. Yeah.
that's considered a action to do that?
It is a bonus action to use said whistle.
And how long does the? I mean, does it stay on it for as long as until it finishes its job, or how long is that duration?
The duration is until it is able to complete said mission. However, you've tried to bind it to you, basically stating, stick with me until we defeat this and this, or hey, you're my contracted familiar now. It will then try to attack you as it does not want to be bound,
Right.
or until it is unsummoned by blowing the whistle once more.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean, if there's something that's going on in the sense of like defeat this creature and it's taking more than a minute or something, it's still going to be there until it finishes its job.
Yes, if that type of thing or situation is still there, it will do it until it happens or until probably the thing runs away. In which case,
That
it
is
would have to
badass.
spend more time here, so it'll probably just disappear.
Oh boy! And then how many times can I do that? I guess
2 times.
per day.
Uh,
Per day is
n-
twice?
oh
Okay.
no, not per day. 2 times total.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh wait, roll 1d4
Okay.
because technically I rolled it, and that doesn't seem kind of fair.
I mean, it's all right. Oh,
Oh, 4 times.
yeah.
CR level 1/2. I believe you
Yeah,
can get
okay.
like a dryad, a goblin, depending on what you want
Oh,
to try to
there's
get.
a whole bunch of 1/2 CR creatures.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd have to look
I've
those
looked
up
for them
too.
before.
You just summon
Yeah.
2
Okay.
Gothos.
Yeah, we'll say that she's thinking about it, but she's not gonna say that out loud. Okay, so I explained to everybody what this thing does.
You can only summon one thing though, so you can't
Right.
bring out a horde of pixies.
That'd be cool. Okay.
Interesting.
And it's only got 4 uses though, guys. So maybe we reserve this for emergencies only.
Seems smart.
Nah, yeah, I was gonna say that's not
That's a
a
good
problem.
idea. Out of character, is this cap red and white?
I mean, no.
Does it have strange white symbols on a mostly red cap? Yeah.
No, I mean
no.
like I'm thinking of, I don't know, a Pokemon.
I had assumed that's what you were thinking of, but no.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I mean that'd be
Sorry,
good.
I was thinking of a Make a Character Great Again cap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to make certain that that wasn't the reference I was trying to.
Yeah, that would be bad. That would be an evil hat.
No. No political hats or
Another cursed item.
monster tamer hats. No. This is a blue trimmed hat with a nice filigree around it, similar to a burning phoenix symbol on top of it, in front of it, where your forehead would be.
It doesn't have a strange sort of cup-like structure on one side and a straw leading down, does it?
No, it has to. I'm just kidding. That'd be interesting. though.
That'd be
No.
hilarious.
Whatever this hat is, it's just a strange hat. It might be magical. It might not be. I don't remember how long Identify is, but you could probably identify it if you think it's magical.
At
I
this
mean-
point, we're just gonna like drain Roswin dry.
No, no.
Yeah,
we can
How
take
long
a
does
rest. You know, we
Identify
don't
last?
have to.
Is it just like a one cast identify this one thing?
I believe so. Let me double check again just to be sure. Let me pull it up to the thing.
Pretty
Detect
sure.
magic lasts for 10 minutes, and it's everything you can see within 30 minutes. But when you identify, it's one object at a time.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's why you cast them in pairs. See magic to see everything that's magical, and then identify on each individual thing.
I mean, if it is magical, Gothos or anyone else can wear it and then attune to it and then figure out what it does by that.
The only thing is that you guys are just bear in mind that you're there's a certain risk or associated to it, right? We don't know if it's cursed or not and things of that nature. Like, yeah. So
Correct.
Okay.
that's to consider. I mean, you guys can certainly wait until I can have. I mean, I've got a couple more, shots at this, and by that I mean I literally have 3 spell slots left. So I could expend them if you guys really want to try. Because I mean, if it is worth it, might as well just have it on now. But if not, then we can hold off from that until I've got a couple more slots. Maybe from a long rest at some point. It's up to
Can you
guys.
take it
I was
off
gonna
if
say-
it is bad?
Normally,
I mean,
Yeah, that would be the thing. If it's cursed, you wouldn't be able to take it off.
Yeah.
Without a curse. Something.
the only one that's
We'll
got
wait. We'll
like
wait
that is-
until we go to bed then. So someone will just
Yeah,
put it
and
in a
do it.
pack or on the belt or something, and then if we're gonna go to bed and you have spells, we'll use it then.
So for now, somebody of inventory that they've got it, because I'm
I'll
working
carry it if
something out
nobody
here.
wants it.
Yeah, you hold on to it.
Right.
okay.
all right.
And then, and
Kobo, you have
Dogman-
one Phoenix hat.
Okay.
a Phoenix hat. You said that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It had a phoenix symbol on it. He
Mhm.
described that part.
Okay, cool. I wasn't paying attention to the part. Sorry.
It's not a phoenix down; it's a phoenix top.
A dogma for the armor, because you just said it was just 3 armors. Did you specify it at all if it was a type of armor? Because I want to add it, but there's different types of armor. So
it's
there's
leather armor.
hide, there's
Or hide,
Leather
technically.
The most basic of basic.
yeah, I just want to be sure. Okay, cool.
These weren't high-leveled adventurers that fell into the simplest of trap. These were probably people that just started. Maybe you can tell the one with the whistle probably had some money, but didn't exactly know what to do. And then all of them just fell in.
Poor-
They had a badass magic weapon and they didn't know how to use it. What kind of freaking adventures are these?
Or someone with money that wanted to go explore. Who's to say?
No substitute for experience, says the level 3 group.
Alright.
But yeah, do you guys check the other room, or do you guys check the evil presence that Gothos felt on the altar?
So you said that you felt one up there, but didn't you say there was something evil going on over here too?
Mhm.
Okay, yes, no. So to the north there, to the big one, that is the residue of like something seriously bad. To the left is just something bad that is still there.
Yeah, residual dark energy.
Hold
to the
on a
north,
second. That thing was there before, or is that new?
the light.
Yeah,
The light was there.
it was.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I started and thought I didn't think I saw it on the map. All right, cool.
I mean, I probably should have done that to you guys, but no, not in this case.
Alright, I suspect to the north is going to be a very short, oh, look at this, there's nothing here. And then to the left, we might actually have to smite some evil.
I mean,
I mean,
true.
evil's a subjective term. I guess I should
Yeah.
be saying undead. It was undead, right?
It was a undead presence. Oh, I should make mention of this, Gothos, but each time you used the spell that can detect good and evil, undead, fey, fiend, etc., etc. You sense nothing on Antidote.
So he's a earthly being.
Maybe.
I mean, at that point, all I know is that he's not undead or a fiend or a celestial. I mean, I feel that way about all our group.
Yes,
Don't
that's
I?
true. Like,
Don't I?
that's true. Like, you
You
really get
sense some
nothing.
evil shit off of me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you get some minor evil presence on Topsy and Turvy, but that's only because they're kids and they kind of just will bail on you. You already know when you guys get in trouble. That is apparent. They're small children, so they can waver from good and evil whenever that happens. But you quite literally sense nothing from Antidote. Like, there was the best way I can describe it is if everything's a puzzle and that puzzle piece is missing.
Ew.
He's a null.
Like, his very presence is inert.
I'd find that really unsettling if I weren't full into that. If I weren't very interested in exploiting my my teammates' abilities. That'll probably come in useful later.
I
Did
mean,
I say that out loud?
it could also be the strange concoction he has in his mask, or it could be him himself. Hard to say.
Oh,
Did I miss anything important? I lost
I mean,
audio.
well,
You guys don't know any of this.
So no.
true.
Okay.
Roswin, you were saying? Sorry, I got this.
No. Technically, actually, what I was gonna say also was I don't think I remember ever saying it to anybody in the group at the time. So, yeah, no, doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
What did you say? See, I missed that. What?
Oh no, I didn't say anything. No, this is something that you weren't with us at the time either. So, Gothos is keeping something. I'm keeping something. Take that.
Okay.
Okay.
Teams
In
moves
the
out.
meantime, I think we probably shouldn't interact with any of these will-o'-the-wisps
Yeah, we
at all
need to leave them alone.
possible.
All right, and we should check the other room on the left before we do anything else then? Or
Well,
no?
isn't this the thing? The thing up here has a small residue, so maybe it's not as bad as whatever the hell is in here because it's still in there.
Residual
That's
energy,
opposite.
but it doesn't mean it's small. It just means that it's no longer there.
Whatever you guys want to do, let me know and I'll roll to see if it's
I
trapped.
think just based on the hierarchy of the temple, I think we should check this room before we check that thing at the top.
All right.
Yeah, all
make
right,
my
That's
way
I'm-
my
around, but,
opinion. If everybody else
wait.
doesn't like it, please tell me.
No, it's good. Just yeah.
No,
keep
yeah.
over there.
I feel like, we should smite things while we're good and,
I
not
give
lots of
to
energy.
lose guidance at a D4.
Add a
And
D4.
I'll help.
All right. Okay. I'm not sure how back or how far back though, but OBS apparently stopped responding a while ago. Don't know when though.
Nice.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe it's still recording. Who knows?
That'll be a nice surprise in the morning.
I got a 16 on my investigation.
Investigating the site
Um,
around you, you
You have
can.
advantage too because I was helping, but if you need to try
Ooh.
again.
Can't. Oh my
You
Why
still
don't
get
you
to keep
find
the
it?
4, so just roll again.
Yeah. Investigation again. Nope.
Oh.
First time was better. Sorry, guys.
I like how when people help Toulouse, she does worse.
I'm all like, yeah, let me do it. Oh.
Oh,
You know,
I figured
I can't-
advantage was better.
Guys, I can't do it while you're watching.
Man, quit looking
I'm a
at me, waving my
rogue.
tail
Turn
frantically
around.
behind me and it's all spiked up now. Oh, jeez.
Toulouse, examining the area that you were at, you can discern that there is a strange presence emanating from it. It's not something watching you, but rather you're watching it, and it's kind of in the far back of the room. It doesn't seem to be a trap, it just seems to be a strange entity quite literally in the corner. It's shrouded by darkness, so you can't really see it, even with your low light to dark vision. It just seems to be quite literally melded into the shadow. As long as you probably don't disturb it, it should be fine. But other than that, there is no trap within the room. Just an entity within the shadow.
Ooh, yeah, there's something creeping back there, all right.
Do we
Yeah,
poke it
that-
with a stick or leave it
That
alone?
that's an undead. All right.
Well,
do,
I mean, I'm not sure if it'll actually bother us.
I think all of this out of character just looks like he's like, I'm about to smite the hell out of this room.
Evil be gone.